had to get our drip tape laid out. This row here was leaking too bad, so we had to put a brand new line in. So what I'm going to do, these first 3 rows, I'm going to plant what you call double rows of zipper peas. So what you do is you plant 1 on each side of the drip tape. So that's like 2 rows, but only using the water from this one drip line. So we'll do 3 double rows, so that's like 6 rows. Then the last 2, I'm going to do Christmas Lima beans that I actually grew last year. These are the zipper peas that I just bought. I did grow my own, but I am going to start with these this year. These are coated, so this is what we're going to plant in this 3 double rows or 6. Once we have the seeds in the little furrows, just going to cover them up lightly, and it's pretty simple, just like that. These are the Christmas limas that I grew last year, and I let them dry on the vine and then picked them. So this is what you get when you have dry beans. So I can plant these. I wanted to grow my own so I didn't have to buy anymore. So I have a whole big bag that I grew, and that is what I'm going to plant this year. Now these you plant about every 4 inches also, just like the zipper peas, about 1 inch deep. And of course these are a little easier to see because they're so big. And since I grew these, I'm really hoping that they germinate, because that was the first time I've ever grown the Christmas Lima pole beans, which are also called butter beans. We got everything planted, which includes 3 double rows of zipper peas and 2 double rows of the Christmas Lima pole beans. They're like a butter bean, and they're like really excellent. I actually grew those last year, so that's my seed, and I really hope they germinate, because if they don't, then I've wasted a bunch of my beans that I could have cooked up. But anyway, so what we did once we had this planted, because they need to be very moist right at the beginning, the drip tape I don't think is quite enough. So we will put a sprinkler on our seeds probably tonight in the morning, maybe tomorrow night, and make sure those get good and wet, and then we'll just have them on the drip system. So that's it. I'll show you some of our other stuff, a little update. All right, our squash is going super good, and our zucchini. We have Cushaw squash there. I've never grown that before. Well, actually I tried to in the fall, but it was a little bit too late. So the freeze hit it in Christmas, so that was it. Now this is my 2 double rows of, these are Blue Lake pole beans. Now I used to grow Kentucky Wonders, and I just had an issue with being stringy, and it really didn't matter, it seemed, when I picked them. They still just had a lot of strings, and I canned a bunch, and then I tried some, and they'll about pull your teeth out. So I switched over to the Blue Lake, which I'm hoping I'll like those better. We planted 6 rows of Seminole XR sweet corn. So our germination looks great. I'm going to give you an update on the medicinal herbs that I started. All of them aren't ready to transplant, but a lot of them have been. So I'm going to give you a quick little tour and show you what I have growing. This would be my feverfew. It's looking good. This is the chamomile plants. They're really growing. They're looking pretty good. I had 3 buckets of those. I'm not sure how much I need to grow to, get a decent harvest, so I can freeze dry the herbs. This is my peppermint, and I have 3 buckets or tubs of those. And then the purslane, boy, that stuff has come on. I have 2 tubs of those. Looks great. The purslane. This is my calendula. It's looking excellent. It's really growing. I have 3 tubs of those. Looks great. And this is my yarrow. Some people say yarrow. I say yarrow. So tomatoes, whatever. And my yarrow, first bucket. Now up on my little table, these have already hardened off. This here, these 3 right there are my candlestick plants, trees, bushes, whatever you call it. Then I have hops. Then I have that's broadleaf sage there. And this is a little marigold plant that my granddaughter started at school, and I kind of saved it, and it survived. I have some bell peppers that need to go on the ground. And of course I have elderberry cuttings that I had rooted, and those are doing really well. Grapes are looking really good. They're starting to leaf out. And I believe that we have, these are just put on a cattle panel, and this works really well. And I think, I'm not sure if you can see this, they're really tiny. I don't know if that will focus on this little Don't know if it'll focus on that or not. Nope. But we have grapes. Now this is in my little hoop house. This is my comfrey. Still haven't gotten it planted under my tree. And I need to clean up in here, but that is some plants that someone gave me, and that is a Vicks plant, and you rub the leaves and it smells like Vicks. Whew. Alright, more yarrow. Those are doing really good. Now these I'm excited about. This is my moringa. But the story behind these are, we lost my dad a year ago in February. These were his seeds from 2015, and I didn't know if they'd germinate. But out of 12, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that have germinated. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going to call these my dad trees. They're moringa, but it was from my dad's seeds from 2015. So now here I have hyssop, echinacea, holy basil, have bee balm down in there. Oh gosh, I have so much stuff in here. I have some Italian oregano. Sorry about the fan, let me turn it off for a minute. Keeps them cool in here. Have catnip, more yarrow, echinacea, horehound, marshmallow. That's my marshmallow plants. I was really excited about those. Mullein, and I have bouquet dill, more echinacea, St. John's wort, horehound. I have some more sangria watermelon, lemon balm, some Genevieve, I think that's how you say it, basil over there, a bunch more zinnias. Have some more colossus, jalapenos. I do make a lot of cowboy candy, and I have some cosmos growing here. A lot of them didn't germinate, but they did okay. Thanks guys for hanging out with us today and coming and watching and seeing the update on our homestead. Mosquitoes are starting to come out. Just make sure that you like, subscribe, and ring the little bell, and you'll be notified when we do some new videos. If you haven't started, some of y'all in your zones, you can't start because you're still getting snow, which is amazing to me. We're in zone 9A, which is in Florida. We have a really long growing season, which is why we can do, grow the stuff that we grow down here. So, so if you haven't started and you're up north, just hang in there. If you're south, like zone 8 and 9 and 10, obviously you need to be started. Get everything planted. If you don't know how, watch videos. There's lots of information out there. I also would suggest that you get some books. Get you some things that are printed, because we don't know what is coming. We don't know if you're going to be able to access information. So make sure you get books, pamphlets, whatever. Keep a binder, so if things don't work out well, you can make notes of what happened, and then next year, and a lot of us, like down here, we can actually grow most of the stuff in the fall. Whatever we can grow in the spring, we can generally grow in the fall here. So we have kind of like 2 springs. So just keep notes and grow. If you make mistakes, I've made a ton of mistakes. I've got stuff that just didn't do well. For some reason, my cantaloupes, I don't know. So see, not everybody, we all can't grow everything. I never grew anything. I've had land for a long time, but my family rodeoed, so I never grew anything, never really had a garden. I think one time I tried to, and it just didn't work out, and so I just quit like most other people. And then I just felt in my gut, in my spirit that I really needed to learn to grow stuff. So I started doing some research, and I actually started out straw bale gardening, and it worked really well. I made some mistakes, but it actually, I grew a lot of stuff, so that was great. It was fun. Then I met my husband, and he helped me make it a little bit bigger. You know, we had more straw bales, but then we wanted to go bigger. And at that point, I thought, you know, we have land here. Why am I paying $7, $8 a bale for straw? And I was gonna have to, at that point, I was up to 30, 40 straw bales on. I just thought, no, we need to plant in the ground or raised beds, whatever, containers. So that's when I just started doing some research. I mean, you can ask my husband, and I don't watch TV. Very rarely do I sit down and watch TV. I'm on YouTube and I watch videos. And if there's something that I want to grow, I watch a video and I learn. And then I do it. You have to do it, or you're never gonna learn anything. Just, you know, having the knowledge in your head and not actually doing it is a whole different ball game. So I suggest that you do that. You know, instead of, I mean, I love watching other channels, and I learn a lot. I've learned everything. You know, my brother, he has a, you know, he's always been really good at growing things, so he helped me some, and then I just watched videos and watched videos, and you know, it can get overwhelming, but if you want to learn how to grow your own food, you can do it, because I did it and I couldn't grow anything. So, oh, speaking of growing anything, on my whole place, I've never had any flowers. I never had any roses, all that stuff, because I was like, I don't know, I can't grow anything. If you put a cactus in my house or a plant, it'll die. I just was like, I don't know how to grow nothing, but I figured I was going to learn, so I did. So you know, now, I mean, I'm pretty good at growing most things. I'm really good at seed starting. Come here, buddy. Hey. So, you know, I've got the tools that I needed to do it. And that's the key. If you don't have the tools, it, you know, just makes it a little more difficult. So just start taking notes. And come here, buddy. Here, watch this. Hey, buddy. Ugh. Oh, this is my little livestock guardian puppy. He's getting big. Say hey. Say hey. He's so cute. So my point is, action. That's a pretty powerful word. Action. You have to do it. So get started. Come back and comment below. Let me know what you started growing. If it's the first time you started growing something, just keep us updated, because you know, it's kind of cool to hear what you guys are doing. So make sure, yes, I know, I sound like a broken record. Like, subscribe, and click the bell. And we appreciate you guys a whole bunch. And we'll see you on the next video.